Talking to me?
Yeah.
Division 2, same as you, man. Haven't seen you on in a while, though. How you been?
It's been a while, dude. I've been busy with the A car.
Yeah, I pretty much just run A car and this series are the main two that I focus on.
All right, buddy. Line up behind the gate.
Well, good luck to you. If anyone wins the championship, I owe it to you if it's not me.
Yeah, man, you've taken enough of them away from me, so I'm gonna actually try to run for points, I think, in this series this year. So we'll see how it goes. Really, dude? We already got contact before.
Sorry, I got pinged out. My apologies.
We're on 1 to go.
Yeah, all good, man. No worries. At least it's a 0x.
Yeah, he did.
This track extra hard on tires, not so much. I think it's more that the way that you have to drive this track to be fast, you kind of have to abuse them. Concrete surfaces tend to be a little bit more consistent on tire wear
luck, everyone.
than asphalt. Worn asphalt's the worst on tires. On concrete, you know, the tires will slide over them, but it won't. It's not gritty, so it doesn't chew them up the way that worn out asphalt does. All right, here we go. Gonna lose one spot on the start to the 19, and the 4 is going to go to the inside of me as well. Crossover move, back on the 4. That's not going to work. So settle out in 9th behind Sean Peleg. Now I've got that 17 car Brian Kennedy going right by me. Darrell Walford's scheme, that's the paint scheme that Darrell had when he won here, I think, for his last win. It was either here or Darlington was his last win of his career. Got the 11 right to my inside. All right, trying to get the groove worked in.
14.834.
Need to get that better run off. These guys are crushing me with their corner exit. Car feels great, actually. Real neutral, maybe a little bit tight still, but that is, it's better than it was for sure. Now that I'm starting to get comfortable and some of these other guys are sliding back, it looks like I'm able to hang. Let's see if we can make up some positions as this race goes on. I think I'm being a little bit easier on my tires than some of these guys around me are.
14.7.
Oh, 19's in the wall. And another one around. Oh no, he's going to come back up and managed to avoid that. Down to the inside on the 17. That was 3 spots in 1 lap. That's not too often that I get to do that. That worked out all right. A little bit of action for you guys, and got another one getting into the fence up there. That's the 15 of Daniel Webster. Sean Peleg's right on his bumper. And that, honestly, when you're the 15 and you know you got a yellow bumper on your back there, having a 4 with a blue bumper on your tail makes you really nervous. And it looks like he's just going to get down and get out of the way and let some faster cars go by him. So now that I'm in 6th spot here, working on Sean, I've still got the top 3 who are all right there nose to tail in my sights. So pretty good position to be in right now. I'm pretty happy with how things have worked out at the start of this race, and that's lap 12 down and completed. So going to try to gain on Sean, Mickey, and Vincent, and see if we can get a pretty good finish here. Got to beat Vincent, you know. I mean, we had all that talk earlier about racing each other for the championship. I got to get up there and start putting some pressure on them. Down into 3. You know, each lap just trying to get a little bit better, kind of diamonding these corners, taking a little bit lower line than Sean is. Don't know if I'll be able to pass him when I get to him, but if I can get up there and put some pressure on him, I would love to start out 2018 with the top 5 in this series. Get a good start to the year. A lot of racing ahead of us in 2018. Going to be a fun season, or 4 seasons. This being season 1 of 4 in 2018, and week 1 of season 1. Racing season goes all year round. You know, the fans of other sports, they don't get to watch. You know, their sport comes in and out of season. Race fans, you got something to enjoy pretty much all year, which is pretty cool. So here we go, diving down into 1, coming up off 2. Not really gaining or losing, just kind of maintaining position right now. Seeing if I can pick up a 10th here, 10th there. The front 3 have kind of run away a little bit. And it looks like the leader's actually putting a little bit of a gap out there as well. But I'm hanging on to 6th. Lap traffic is probably going to be the next thing that's really going to start shaking things up as in the second half of this race. That's where it's going to start getting really interesting again. Lost a good bit of time to Sean there. I wonder if my tires have started to fall off. Whatever it was, I just kind of missed it for those last couple laps there. Running a little bit lower than he is. I don't think that that's helping me. And try to get it out a little bit more to the wall and see if I can get that better run off the corner that he's getting. Meanwhile, Mickey Tuttle up there in 4th is doing a pretty good job in the number 8 car. Just kind of holding that on, and he's closing in on Vincent Picciotti in 3rd. Letting Sean get away from me a little bit. That's not what I wanted to do. So I've dropped back down to that lower line that seemed to be working out a little bit better. Just kind of a line, half lane lower than he's running.
Good job, man. Coming halfway this time.
All right, entering the second half of the race. Still running in 6th, so we had a whole lot of action in the first handful of laps, and then things got kind of sorted out and have been a little bit calmer since then. The tires have kind of worn in so that they're not as crazy. You know, and cold tires on this track in particular, it's real easy to buzz them coming off of the corners. But now that we've got some laps under them, the tires have come in pretty well. Things driving all right, just probably driving a little bit too hard into the corners. We're going to have the 19 to contend with here. He's managed to run us down. He's getting a run off of the corner. Taking a look to the inside. There's nothing there yet. But if he keeps beating me like this, he's going to get a run alongside me. Looks like Sean's dropped a little bit lower and maybe just hit the wall.
15.89.
I don't think that's going to slow him up too much unless it really gets him out of his rhythm. That 19 car is right in my rearview mirror now.
Oh, come on.
Uh-oh.
In front of you. He's moving.
Uh-oh.
Slow car on the top. 15.993. 20 more.
Was that both of them? Yeah, that's going to put Sean into 4th and me into 5th, I think.
Whatever.
That was Vincent and Mickey. So that's putting Sean into 3rd and me into 4th place.
Run your line, man. Run your line.
I can't believe that. I was looking at that, I'm like, there's barely enough room between the front end of Mickey's car and the wall. A little bit of a brush with the wall, but I managed to get through. That's the thing in this series with no cautions, man. You gotta you got to avoid the wrecks, but you got to do so with some, what do we want to call it? Some haste, some sense of urgency.
15.9.
Because you're not getting a caution that's going to close you back up. So it's very important to avoid the wreck, but you can't just back completely out of it and take your and come to a stop and take your time picking your way through. You got to get through there quickly. That was a dicey situation. Gave me a little bit of space back to the 19, but he's closing back on me right now. And he's got a big run.
16.172.
Made my car a little bit wider there. He's going to charge to the inside now.
Still there. Still there.
Let's see. Coming off the corner, that's where I'm going to need to get some room on corner exit. I got to carry that momentum coming off the corner so that he can't clear me.
Still inside. Clear.
Now he's going to slide up in front of me, and he's got it.
Inside.
I've got the 5 of Dickert now
Still inside.
to the inside as well.
16.163. Still there.
I'm pretty sure that I've just chewed up the tires on this thing, and that's why I can't get anything done. So there we go. And just as soon as I had the top 5 spot secured, I've lost it again. And I think that, yeah, I'm just overdriving going into the corners, I think, is the big thing. So
16.238.
those guys are getting such a better run off the corner than I am. And they are pulling away. About 10 laps to go now.
Come on now. Come on, 10 to go, baby. Working the bottom, inside. Still there again.
There goes the
inside.
leader, that's the 2, so now I'm getting lapped. And try to follow his line and see if I can learn anything. He's going further to the inside, so
Inside.
now the 12 is alongside me.
16.31.
Well, they've definitely improved the ability of these cars to pass on this track more than they've been before, and I think that the tire wear is definitely showing too. I think that that's why I'm struggling so much. I think I've just ground the right front off with how I was running it earlier.
16.26.
So the inside seems to be working better than it was before. At least holding a little bit.
16.256.
Don't want to get involved in a wreck late here. A little bit of a bump from Vincent. I deserve that.
Outside. Still out there. 16.4345. Laps to go this time by.
I'm losing a ton of spots here late. I'm just slower than these guys.
Clear high.
Fairly
Outside.
certain that's tires.
Still outside.
Oh, geez.
Clear, clear, clear.
I'm not trying to give it up like that. It's just not working for me. So I've dropped all the way back to 10th. So much for that top 5 in the
2 more, let's go.
to start the season that I was looking at.
16.32.
Got a big mess up in front of me. Coming to the white flag here.
White flag, white flag.
Should get one more lap. Let's see
16.31.
how impatient these guys are and if there's contact. We'll let Michael go to the inside. That's not for position, so there's nothing to be gained by holding him up. And 10th place. So not what I wanted, but at least I did not do further damage to my safety rating. So that's
good, man. That's a good point today. Good
you know, a minor victory. Pretty fun there. Looking forward to doing some more.
Paul, I tried to race you clean, but he wanted to put me in the wall, so I backed out of him like a
these.
smart guy. So don't tell me how to drive. I was driving fine. You're the one trying to put me in the wall for the
That's
lead.
crazy. That was fun.
Guys, cover up your fuel cans.
All right.
Cover everything up. Cover up the tires, guns.
So there we go.
Yeah, don't tell me how to
Yeah,
drive
let's
when
take
you're
a
pretty
look.
much putting me in the wall when I try battling you, because you're not that. So.
Remember when I said that I was grinding up?
Let's put me in the wall. So I'm lap 2, which is pretty.
My right front's at 78. Hey, what are you guys' tires at? I think that I pretty well killed mine. Let's see. Who is that?
Well, if I kept my nose in there, we both would have wrecked. But you know, I'm smart, so I thought
Fenlason and Paul Kusheba
because it was a lap 1.
talking. What lap is the incident you guys are talking about? Lap 2 on. Okay.
Well, yeah, from lap 2 on, I kept running the back of you because I felt faster than you. But I mean, I was on the outside of you when lap 1, and you put me in the wall. And that's why I kept bumping you.
So here we go. Let's see. It's outside of him and has a little contact. I don't know if that's actually putting him in the wall.
Well, yeah, but you should understand that when you're trying to take time to drive, you know, whether the bumper is going to piss them off because you probably
That's contact. Contact. Yeah, he was giving it to him, that's for sure. These two are going to have a little disagreement on how this went down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there was a lot of contact. He's trying to make the move. These guys are just hooked up for Bristol a lot better than I was, that's for sure. I did not have the speed to really be competitive. But, alright, so let's see. I want to see my one moment of brilliance here was when I got all those positions in a single lap. So I want to see that. There's one. Went around the 19, but he ended up coming back on me and getting past me, so there's where I get underneath the 17. I think they got another one too, so that point I was in 6th or 7th. And then we had the wreck between Vincent and Mickey, I think. Because Vincent was right with the front too, and then he kind of started falling back a little bit. Third. So here we go. He got caught by Mickey Tuttle. How did this go down? 7, 28, 29, 30. There goes Mickey diving it in there. He's looking. Because this wreck was the one that I almost got caught in. I managed to squeeze by it on the high side. Oh, there they go, yeah. He's just trying to take the corner exit. Mickey just doesn't give it to him. There I go squeezing through. They kept going. So I gotta definitely, you know, not chew up the tires the way that I did. That did not work. That's everything, guys. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and save this replay here. 10th place is what I wanted, but, you know, at least I didn't wreck. So I should get a little bit extra safety rating. So let's